Dick James. Welcome to our pumpkin patch. Or what used to be our pumpkin patch. Now it's filled with rotten old pumpkins. But where did all the pumpkins go? As you know from our previous videos, we had a plethora of pumpkins that we used to make a fall scene in the front yard. We also had a pumpkin party where we carved pumpkins and we gave some to friends. But now we had to figure out something to do with all these pumpkins, so we're going to make compost. And we're really good at making compost.
I'm really suck at making compost. Good job, Win. So, we have hundreds of pumpkins to cut up, so let's go get to work.
Let's cut some pumpkin.
Let's cut up some pumpkin. These Jarradale, or whatever you call them, pumpkins are really, really tough, so. They're not all this hard to cut. I made some compost before, or I tried, and the pieces of stuff that I put in were so big that I couldn't turn it. So that sucked. So this time I'm cutting stuff into small pieces. The other thing I thought people might want to know is why didn't I just throw them down on the ground and bust them? And that is because it just makes a mess, and then you have 3 or 4 big pieces of pumpkin and some smithereens, and you still have to chop them. So I've been chopping pumpkins.
How many days do you think this is going to take?
Several.
Several days of pumpkin chopping.
Oh, the other thing that I wanted to talk about in this video is that we're composting in the winter, and we're trying to achieve hot compost. So the question is, can you achieve hot compost in the winter? So we'll be finding out. Thank you.
Can you achieve hot compost in the winter?
Thanks. We'll find out. That's all for you. We've just been giving the dogs some treats. I think you should have to chop this one. Oh my God. we have already piled up a lot of the pumpkins. And what we've been doing is layering pumpkins and then leaves and then pumpkins and then leaves. What we're trying to do is get about 3 feet by 3 feet by 3 feet of compost. And from what I know, and I'm no expert, but from what I've been learning, that's the size that it needs to be to achieve hot compost. There's also a certain ratio of carbon to nitrogen that needs to be achieved, but that's really difficult to figure since, for example, pumpkins are primarily nitrogen, but they also have carbon in them, and leaves are primarily carbon, but they also have nitrogen. And then there's the idea of like, is it by weight? Is it by volume? There's a lot to figure, and I don't know the math on this. So we've been doing about half and half. We'll just see how it goes. For what it's worth, it already is starting to smell bad, and it does feel warm. So we've got a few more buckets full of pumpkin to put on here, and some more leaves, and then we'll wrap it up. Good job. Okay, and then we'll do one more layer of leaves. I think we're good. That looks great.
Yay, compost.
Yay, that's going to be some good dirt.
Well, there you have it. Straight from pumpkin country. We got compost made. I'm Dick. That's Hope.
We will keep you updated on whether this works or not. If it does, we could have compost in as little as 18 days. If we don't achieve hot compost, we'll have compost in 6 months. We will let you know. So make sure to subscribe to the channel.
And if you like the video, like it.
And if you have something to say, say it.
In the comments section below.
Bye.
Bye. Sweat.
Wimmy, you were the star of the show. He doesn't care. Wimmy don't care.
Oh, forgot to say you gotta keep it wet. Compost, that is.
Thanks.